Hi, I'm Mingyung from We Learn to Share. I'll be sharing about Unit 3 of AP History on land-based empires, which is during 1450 to 1750 Common Era. So for broader context, there was development of Manchu, Mughal, Ottoman, and Safavid empires, and much more empires such as the Manchu and the Russian Empire. Um, so the Ottoman and the Safavid had intense competition between each other because they had different beliefs in religion. The Ottomans had believed in Sunni Islam, and then the Safavid Empire believed in Shia Islam. In Unit 3, the governments were consolidating their empires through different administrative methods, such as the Decemvir system. And there was the Protestant Reformation, which was a religious movement where the Roman Catholic Church had split into two due to the demand for change. It was because people didn't want the Pope to have power and the power to control their own land. So many citizens and many people had rebelled and caused reformation. And there was the Tokugawa shogunate, which had unified Japan, and there was the fall of Ming Dynasty, which was caused by the Manchu Empire. And later, there was conflict between religious groups being intensified, which was the conflict between Sunni and Shia Islam due to empires and due to some various causes. Now, I'll be talking about land-based empires. One of the land-based empires was the Ottoman Empire, which was a Turkish empire. This empire caused the fall of Constantinople and the Byzantine Empire, and the most famous leader of the Ottoman Empire was the Suleiman the Magnificent, and this empire had control of some of the trade routes, which led to vast wealth and to expand and gain power. The empire had good governance and organized military system led by military might, and which led them to expand and to success in conquering many different regions. The second land-based empire is Safavid Empire. It believed in Shia Islam, and it had a geographical benefit from being at the center of the trade routes. And they used tax collecting system called tax farming, which is a collection of taxes by a private person authorized by the state in exchange for cash payment. So this is a picture of the land-based empires. As you could see, the Safavid Empire, which is the green color in the map, had geographically centered in the middle, which made them to gain power by having control of the trade routes in between regions. And there are other land-based empire, which is the Mughal Empire, which took control over northern India, and it was a Muslim dynasty that ruled a majority of Hindu population. And the most famous leader in Mughal Empire was the Akbar the Great, and it dominated the trade system in the Indian Ocean. Another land-based empire is the Manchu Empire, which is also called the Qing Dynasty, which was the last Chinese dynasty in China. And the Manchu Empire had people called Manchus, which were people of northern China. And the Manchu Empire later conquered the China by overthrowing the Ming Dynasty. However, later they restored the Ming government, such as the civil service exams. Russian Empire was a land-based empire which had a famous leader called Peter the Great, which was the greatest Russian Tsar, and it had rapid westernization. The Russian Empire found St. Petersburg, which is the capital of the Russian Empire that was served as a trading port. The Russian Empire had alliance with European countries such as France, Britain, which led them to expansion. So now I'll be sharing about the Devshirme system, which was a system used by the Ottoman Empire. And the Ottoman authorities send off young boys from Christian families. So basically, the Christian boys were recruited by force to serve the Ottoman government. So this represented the upward mobility in the Ottoman Empire, and this system created a group of soldiers and officials that were loyal to the Sultan. So the advantage of using this tribunal system was that the Christian boys got chances to get education, and they had opportunities to rise to high positions and the chances to escape from poverty. However, the disadvantage was that they had loss of freedom, and they were forced to convert to Islam from Christianity, and they were trained as soldiers. And now I'll be talking about Janissaries, which are soldiers from the Ottoman army. Janissaries had to protect the Sultan, which was their main role, and they had to hold the center of the army against enemy attack, which basically they were the leader group of the army, and they became slaves through the streamer system. And basically, you could think Janissaries as military slaves in the Ottoman Empire. And the purpose for forming Janissaries was because the Ottoman Sultan needed for a proper standing army to expand and gain power. However, this was abolished by Muhammad II in 1826 because he declared a war on the rebels of Janissaries and killed most of the Janissaries in that time. Now I'll be talking about the Tokugawa shogunate, which was happened in Japan. So this was a military government system in Japan from 1603 to 1868, which was governed by a shogun. And Tokugawa shogunate brought peace, but it was not unified. And changes in Tokugawa era provided solid foundation for Japan's industrial growth. So the effects of having a Tokugawa shogunate government system was that it gave rise of new merchant class and increased urbanization, and it gave political stability and economic growth by placing an emphasis on agricultural progress. On the right, there is a blue pyramid which shows the Tokugawa shogunate feudal system in Japan, which the merchants were at the bottom and the emperor were at the top. And below the empire, there was the shogun, daimyo, and the samurai. In Unit 3, there was the fall of the Ming Dynasty, and now I'll be talking about how the Ming Dynasty fell. So the Beijing fell to a rebel army led by Lin Zicheng. First of all, the fall of the Ming Dynasty was caused partially by the droughts and famines caused by the Little Ice Age. For people who don't know what is the Little Ice Age, it is a period of regional cooling and climate interval. This caused having problems in harvesting and increased in starvation. And this led to the Manchu to conquer China. And so the Ming Dynasty ended from the Manchu Empire. In Unit 3, there was increase in conflict between Sunni Islam and Shia Islam because there was political competition between Ottomans and the Safavids over territory and trade, which intensified the division between Sunni and Shia Islam. So the Ottoman Empire believed in Sunni Islam and the Safavids believed in Shia Islam. And the Imamids were the ruling family of the Caliphate. So Caliphate is a government under a caliph, and a caliph is a spiritual leader of Islam who claims succession of the Muhammad. So Shia Islam is basically known as the minority of the Muslim group, which developed an alternative view of the caliph. This views that the caliph needed to be a descendant of the prophet, and the Sunni Islam did not resist the rule of the Umayyads, which basically are the followers of Muhammad. Here is a small image of comparing and contrasting Sunni Islam and Shia Islam. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope this video was helpful, and please like and subscribe.